I've had a lot of people asking for a video talking about pain threshold, and I don't think you're going to like what I have to say, but here it comes. I'm Mike Quackenbush. This is Till We Make It, a video series I make for professional wrestlers no matter where they are at in their journey. And today's video, I must admit, is geared toward those at the very beginning of their journey in pro wrestling. And I want to talk about acclimation and pain threshold. And to get specific here, what I mean about acclimation is the way in which your body and your whole system is going to acclimate to the rigors of the ring. And this starts really on day one of pro wrestling training. Your body is going to endure rigors unlike anything it could have ever come across in any other sport. It doesn't matter to me if you played rugby, or you played water polo, or you were on the bowling team, or whatever it is that you did. None of those things prepare you for professional wrestling, especially water polo. So what are some really common things that you might experience as day one of pro wrestling training goes on and your body starts to acclimate? Well, it's not uncommon to feel side stitches, to get winded, or even to vomit. So here's my pro tip for you, especially if you're prone to getting side stitches. It might happen because your class does not spend enough time stretching and warming up before the workout proper actually begins. And every school is different. Some don't allow a lot of time for that, or they have other exercises they want to use the class time for. So if you figure that out on day one, here's what you're going to do before you go to class on day two. You're going to set aside at least 20 minutes to stretch before the class begins, even if this means you do it at home. But make sure you've completely woken your body up, as I like to think of it, before you attempt the rigors of the ring. It's also not unusual to get winded when you're starting pro wrestling training, but you can build better cardiovascular conditioning for yourself at the gym. Jump on an elliptical rider, a stair climber, a treadmill. Do something to build up your conditioning in the cardiovascular department so you'll be less winded over time. And if you're one of those people that vomits, I want to give you this bit of important information. When you're done, you should prepare to return to class. And of course, you might want to swish your mouth out with a liquid or something like that, or chew a piece of gum so you don't have that awful acidic aftertaste in your mouth. But don't put a lot down into your system. Don't go chugging a half-gallon Gatorade right after your system emptied out, because your system's trying to tell you something, and it's saying enough Gatorade, or whatever the thing is. Don't go putting a whole bunch of that into your system right away. Pro tip. Those are all things you might experience during practice, but once practice is over, or perhaps even the next day, you might discover some other things as your body acclimates to the rigors of the ring, like soreness and bruising. If you wake up the next day and you're feeling really sore and you're covered in bruises, there's not necessarily something wrong with you, because I wake up sore with bruises on me after a really arduous practice too. What you can do is drink a lot of water, start an ibuprofen regimen, just do exactly what it says on the bottle, that's all you gotta do. And if you want to hasten your recovery time from all that soreness, well, pursue getting some supplements that can aid with that. And that's the sort of thing most people at GNC can help you sort out. They'll find something that might work with the diet plan that you're on, but also helps you to recover faster so you're able to return to the ring more quickly. On that topic, there's a supplement I take after every workout. It's got like a fruit punchy taste, and I think I will link to it below in case you want to grab it for yourself. Be on the lookout for those post-supplement farts. If you are doing those things and you discover that is not enough for you, of course you can also treat certain areas either with heat or with ice. You might want to pack areas that are swelling with ice to try and keep the swelling down. You might also discover, like in my case, my body doesn't respond to ice. It does respond to heat. So you might want a heating pad instead to give you some relief. So we've talked about soreness and we've talked about bruising, and now we get to talk about the blood in your urine. Yay. You may see blood in your urine for up to 48 hours after a professional wrestling training session. And this is going to happen most of all if your kidneys have been jarred during the session. So the first time you take a body slam, you are most susceptible to seeing this happen. If, for any reason, it does not pass within 48 hours, you need to contact a physician. So as it relates to the way your body is likely to acclimate to soreness, bruising, and potentially blood in the urine, know this. An average person will acclimate to the rigors of the ring within 6 to 8 weeks. Have I seen people that take more time? Absolutely. And I've seen people that take less time. But on average, 6 to 8 weeks of regular training is how long it will take the average body to acclimate. So if after week 1 or 2 or even 3, you feel like, I don't know if my body can withstand this, I want to encourage you to try and tough it out at least to week 8. Because it's at that point most people's bodies have begun to acclimate. In the beginning, no one is ready for the level of pain professional wrestling is going to dish out to their body for any number of reasons. But people consistently underestimate how physically demanding this craft is, and they always leave training a little bit shell-shocked if they've come in ill-informed. And even if you're not ill-informed, you could be very well-informed. Having all that information up in your brain is not necessarily going to prepare your body for being picked up and slammed down to the mat repeatedly. Let alone on the kinds of nights where you might drill those techniques very, very hard. It's one thing to take a single body slam during the course of a performance, but as you're practicing and drilling on those techniques, what about the nights where you take 100 body slams in the ring or 200 body slams in the ring? Your body is not going to be prepared for that no matter how much information you store in the old gray matter. So whether you're going through the process of acclimating or you're already through that process, and this is about as good as it's going to get for you, don't overlook the value of having a sports massage done, keeping in mind sports massage is one of many kinds of massages. If you end up hiring a well-trained masseuse or you visit a spa or salon where they also offer massages, you want to differentiate the kind of massage that you are looking for from a Swedish massage or a deep tissue massage, each of which has different functions. Pro wrestlers benefit most from sports massage. To be perfectly honest about it, there have been times when I've probably needed a sports massage, but I couldn't afford one. The salon nearest to me charges about $100 for a sports massage. So sometimes I opt out for something a little bit cheaper, but just having that bit of relief delivered to my muscles helps me return to the craft that much faster. A relevant note that might benefit you if you're new to the world of being massaged. Don't be afraid to speak up if the pressure during your massage is not right for you. You'll have to develop a little bit of a rapport with the person giving you that massage so you can communicate to them where you need harder pressure to bring you relief or where you need lighter pressure because of the soreness. If your body is really sore and someone is bringing hard pressure to the massage, it will actually make you feel worse. I suppose I am saying that in part because when I first started getting massaged, I didn't realize that was something you could say. I would just suffer through it with the tears streaming down my face, wondering why they were beating me up so hard. Why? Little Chinese lady at my shopping mall, are you beating me up like this? I'm paying you. Be nice to me. I know we have members of the Till We Make It tribe who have requested this video repeatedly, and I can't help but feel like perhaps what they were asking for was a video that says, hey, there is a magic trick that makes professional wrestling less painful than it is for everybody else. And I want you to know, there just isn't. That's not the case. This is exceptionally demanding on your body, let alone all the other ways in which it is demanding on you. You will either broaden your threshold for pain through the course of training, or you won't. And it's entirely possible that that might mean you reach a decision like, wrestling in the ring is not the way in which I'm going to be involved in the world of professional wrestling. And if you've made that very hard decision, that pro wrestling is not for you, I recommend very strongly you watch the video on that topic I've already made. There's no getting around it. The physical demands of professional wrestling are undeniable, but you may be able to acclimate to the rigors of the ring. Give yourself at least 6 to 8 weeks for your body to start to get used to the way in which wrestling will punish it, and then discover for yourself a system of recovery that might include sports massage, heat and ice, an ibuprofen regimen, and supplements that you can take so that your body can begin to bounce back more quickly. And the next time you hit the ring, it will not be quite as painful or as arduous as the time before.